An overview of the basic assurances. What are the essential components of quality in the human services field? How can policies and procedures translate into responsive and effective practices? What can agencies do to ensure those practices are having the intended impact on people's lives? The answer to these questions, the basic assurances. Stephanie Scott from the St. Louis Arc puts it perfectly. The basic assurances help us focus on key metrics that tell us whether our policies and procedures result in positive outcomes for people. CQL's Basic Assurances is a tool used in CQL Accreditation to evaluate the essential, fundamental, and non-negotiable requirements of all human service organizations and systems. It assesses successful operations involving health, safety, and human security, as well as areas such as social networks, dignity and respect, rights, relationships, employment, agency operations, and more. The Basic Assurances was developed by talking to a diverse set of stakeholders, including people with disabilities provider organizations, experts in the field, and others. It's grounded in CQL's decades-long expertise in establishing forward-thinking quality standards. The Basic Assurances review two key areas: systems and practices. Systems are organizational supports that provide the structure for organizational practice. Examples include policies, procedures, trainings, forms, and more. Practices are what's observed in daily operations, how those systems are put into action. The tool is organized under numerous factors, dozens of indicators, and hundreds of probes. Factors are the main topic areas of the Basic Assurances. One example would be rights protection and promotion. Indicators are the subtopics or the specific expectations for each factor. Within the factor for rights, an example of one indicator would be that staff recognize and honor people's rights. Probes are the questions that support the validation of the indicator. Following our example, within the indicator about recognizing and honoring rights, one probe would be, are staff trained in due process procedures? The validation of the Basic Assurances goes even further, focusing on demonstrable outcomes and what really matters, the tangible impact on people's lives. In our example, an organization may provide the training on due process procedures. But do they also find that people supported feel they are actually provided with due process? Agencies must answer questions like, what is the basis for your conclusion? And how do you know this? The Basic Assurances provide organizations with valuable insights to improve services and people's lives. Through the evaluation of evidence and the collection of data covering all facets of an agency, they are able to identify areas of success and areas of opportunity for improvement. Organizations can use Basic Assurances findings to fill the gaps between the presence of systems and the absence of practice. Develop action plans for organizational transformation. Track progress of their initiatives. Report on data to different stakeholders, and more. Here's a very broad overview of how the Basic Assurances is applied to CQL accreditation. The agency pursuing CQL accreditation will complete the Basic Assurances self-assessment. It is an in-depth, honest self-evaluation of all the factors, indicators, and probes. CQL reviews the self-assessment findings to gain an understanding of organizational systems, practices, strengths, and opportunities. CQL validates the organization's self-assessment to assess if an organization's systems align with practices and that they are having the intended impact on people's lives. A Basic Assurances plan will be produced using the validated self-assessment to understand opportunities that CQL has identified. Agencies then establish some action steps for each indicator with associated timeframes, responsible parties, and proposed evidence of success. The plan will be reviewed at different touchpoints throughout the accreditation term to track progress, ensure accountability, make adjustments along the way, and keep momentum in your organizational transformation. In addition, throughout the accreditation term, CQL will monitor progress in implementing the plan, provide recommendations, and offer ongoing consultation as needed. One of the most important messages we share with our partners is progress over perfection when it comes to the basic assurances. Quality is a journey, not a destination. And how can you get started on your journey in using the basic assurances? You can read the Basic Assurances Manual by ordering a printed copy on CQL's website. Watch numerous free webinar recordings about the basic assurances on CQL's website and YouTube channel. Access various free resources about the basic assurances, including articles, reports, guides, and more. Request an introduction to basic assurances training at your organization to explore the tool, its application, and its benefits straight from a CQL expert. Read CQL research encompassing basic assurances data that is collected and analyzed using the portal data system. As you can tell, the basic assurances are anything but basic. It's a robust tool for better understanding, evaluating, analyzing, and improving quality at your organization. To learn more about the basic assurances, visit c-q-l.org.